Boy, have we got a video for you today. I
We
think it's going to
do.
be good.
Yes. And we're excited about it because it's different, a little different than what we've done before.
Yeah.
Yes. One of our students, Alma, sent in 2 TikTok videos about crossing over Earthies. They're 2 different people with 2 different perspectives and different than our perspective, apparently, as well.
Yeah. So our perspective will bring a third.
Yes. Yep, it will. So let's get to it.
Should be good.
Okay, so we're just going to jump right into the first video. Here we go.
You guys are always asking me controversial topics, so here we go. Mediums that claim they cross over spirits into the light, and that spirits are stuck here and need help to do so. While these mediums are very well-meaning, they truly care and want to help spirits, they have a misunderstanding about what spirit is. Spirit always has been and always will be, so this one temporary short human life is just one of many, many lives. We have never needed help to cross over. We do not get stuck. We move from one physical dimension into a non-physical dimension automatically. Now, while they are well-meaning, there is a bit of an issue with ego, and I'm not saying that as a negative, but people tend to think they have more power over spirit, which does not make any sense to me. Spirits do not need help from human beings. They have a whole spirit team that helps them and loved ones on the other side. They don't need us in the physical to do something. Yes, send your love to them. Let them know you think of them, but that's all they would want.
Oof. Okay.
Okay.
That was a lot, wasn't it? Where the hell do I start? Oh, sorry.
So,
I said I want to start with a positive.
okay.
Start with a positive. Do our loved ones, now she really kind of went back and forth between earthbound, unhealed, and healed spirits. She really did.
It was like there was no difference, no
No,
distinction.
correct. Um, so do we need to? No. But sending our love, telling them we love them, talking to them, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. And I wrote a couple of things down so I wouldn't. Woo, there was a lot in that little clip.
There was a lot. I couldn't write anything down. My brain was going so fast. I
Oh,
couldn't. I couldn't.
um, so they do need help sometimes. She said they don't need help. Well, that's not true. I'm not sure where she's getting her information from.
I don't know.
Yes.
Now she
And
also
people
said,
need help from them too. Go ahead.
yeah, she also said that they have teams, spirit teams or guides that help them. Yes,
Oh, we've
they
talked about this.
they all have guides, but in the low vibration that an earthbound spirit is in, they cannot hear that high vibration of guidance.
Yeah. We've talked about this a lot.
We have.
A lot. Yeah. Guides can come down to a certain level. And of course, they're always trying to send them love and trying to get them to pay attention. The thing with an earthbound spirit is you are in a way trapped. It is a choice. We talk about that all the time. It is a choice to be there, but you don't have full consciousness. As an earthbound spirit, you do not have full consciousness. You also
Right.
don't have this brain anymore. So you're stuck somewhere in that low vibration of fear.
Hmm.
Do some sometimes have, so anyway, that's what gets them trapped. They're scared to death because they think they're going to go to hell. They think something really bad, they think they won't be forgiven. That whole judgment day thing, that's usually very often what it is. It can be a few other things.
Now, do some of them eventually get a glimpse of that guidance and glom onto it?
Right.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Eventually, everyone will cross over. But she made it sound like, oh, it's just going to happen as soon. No, we've talked to earthbound spirits who are very old, very old. Yes. And once in that realm, they really don't know what to do then.
Right.
That becomes sort of their existence. And they glom onto humans. There's another thing too. So, one of the reasons that we cross over Earthies is not just for them. That's a big reason, but also, so is she saying if you have Earthies in your home that are torturing you, just leave them. Just leave them. It's no big. They'll find their way over. Just don't worry about it. Meanwhile, they're making you sick, lethargic, causing all kind of mental, emotional, physical issues.
Right.
Oh, lady.
Right.
Oh my goodness. So
there's another
ego.
Ego.
Yeah.
So I don't remember her exact verbiage, but she said something like, people like us, like you and I, think that we have more power than spirit.
Right.
Excuse me. That is not what we do.
No.
We are, you say 10%, I say 5%. A very small amount of it is me. I am the go-between. We are the go-between. It's all spirit.
Yes. And our teams come in to cross them over. We are the conduit. We are the medium in between.
Mm-hmm.
And there is occasion when a spirit it's only happened very few times. Mm-hmm. The spirit doesn't want to cross because they have more work to do. That is true. That part of it's true, but it's really seldom. And then one of our guides or teams will take them someplace to work out that karma without
someplace above our pay grade.
Yes. And without hurting any humans.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah. Wow. There was so much in that. What else was in there? I don't even know. I have some things written down. I can't even read my own handwriting. I think part of it though was that we shouldn't do anything with them. They're just going to go ahead. Oh my gosh. So all of you who have had us come in and clear your home, I'd like you to chime in on this. Let us know in the comments what you think about this. Would you have wanted this woman to come in and say, oh, just leave them. They'll cross over eventually. I mean, yeah. So I don't even know what else to say about that. That's a different perspective.
It is.
To me, she's a ghost hunter. I'm sorry, but she is. Because that's ghost hunters want them to stay. They want to interact with them. They want to, so they sort of use them as entertainment. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Woo! Yes,
wow.
Indeed.
How do you do? Yes. All right. So we still have another one.
We do?
Oof.
We do.
All right. Let's get
Michelle,
are you ready?
I think am I ready?
If you believe your loved one is stuck and hasn't crossed over into the spirit world yet, try this method to help them out. The only reason a spirit would remain earthbound and not cross over is because it has something left in this world to process. And we've got to investigate what that is and help them process it. For example, if they were sad about leaving and they did not want to go, we're going to want to connect with them and communicate with them and let them know that it's okay, that they don't have to feel guilty about it. And it's really easy to do this. You just stand up and act like they're standing right in front of you and say, I let you go, it's okay, you can move on. And you should notice a shift, because most people that have a sense that their loved one is stuck, they're feeling them around, they're feeling the heavier energy. And when you let them know that it's okay, that they don't have to feel guilty for leaving, that's when the energy shifts. They actually cross over and you will feel it. But I want to be clear about something. It's not that they're actually going to be crossing over and leaving you. They're just leaving the earth plane, crossing over into the energetic realms, where they're going to feel a whole lot better, and you're still going to be able to communicate with them. They'll just be in a better place, and you're going to feel better, they're going to feel better, and the connection's going to feel even stronger. Look, and I don't make this video to worry people. I want you to know if your loved one is stuck, you would know about it. So if you had no awareness before you've watched this, your loved one is not stuck. It's okay. This video is strictly for those who already sense that their loved ones may need some help.
All right. So, I actually like him better than the first person, or the perspective. It's not right. It's not exactly right. But if I had to choose between the two perspectives, I
Mhm.
would be more on his side.
More on his side. I agree.
Yes, because at least he was coming at it with compassion. He's
Yes.
trying to help, and he has things a little off. But first of all, the fact that our loved one, it's very rare that they stay. That's something that we talk about all the time.
It
And like
is.
stay in the house or what. I mean, can it happen? Sure, but yeah.
You know
Whoo.
what's coming is that people, after a loved one has passed,
Mhm.
right? It's very common for them to stick around for a week or
Even
more,
we've even seen
you
up
know?
to like, yeah.
And sure, you feel them. And I imagine that some people could believe that that means they are earthbound.
I didn't think of it that way.
Nope, I
Absolutely.
didn't either until just right now they brought that to me that some people think that
Ah,
people are putting that in their brains.
okay.
They're still here.
So really, then what
Oh,
a
it's
lot of
not.
what he said would really be great for those the
Yes,
first up to say like 10 days when you have a loved one who dies, who leaves this plane. Really, what he said is a very nice thing to do. It's okay to go. We love you. There's nothing to fear, whatever he
right.
said.
I'm going to interject my own personal opinion on that.
Yes.
That is a more loving thing to do as they're trying to pass, as they're
Oh,
right before that transition. They're in fear, they're confused.
yes.
Um, maybe they do have unfinished business here on in this 3D plane and they're worried about it.
Yes. That does not
Reass-
mean they're going to get stuck, by the way. That does
no,
not mean they won't cross over.
no,
Just
it does
regular
not.
old sadness over it does not keep you here.
No, sure
No.
does not.
It's
No.
much more than that that keeps you here.
But that can be a very compassionate thing to say to somebody.
Absolutely.
You're safe. You are fine. It's all going to be fine. We are going to be fine.
Yes.
We love you.
Yes.
A
Yeah.
beautiful message to give them
Yes.
before that transition happens.
So, wow, you just put a whole new perspective on that video. Yes, I'm just so
You're welcome. Thank you, Spirit.
thank you. That's perfect because yeah, within those first week, 10 days, whatever, absolutely. That's what certainly before they go, absolutely. People are afraid to talk about death. And I think you have taught me this that because Mari-Lyn has had many people close to her in her life who have left this
Yeah,
more a
I have.
lot more than myself. And they often want to talk about the fact that they're dying and they're going, and they want to talk about their fears and what's happening. But the living people, la 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 la, they just don't want to talk about it. Don't, and that is a beautiful thing to do. So then, if they do cross over, remember all of us stay close here. We go into the light. That is true. There's different ways that people see that and experience that, but we're here. We stay here. We don't actually go. And we go to our funerals. We check in on the people we love. We're sort of acclimating ourselves to the fact that we no longer have that body. There's a lot that happens, and then once it registers to us or becomes, register is not the right word. We sort of become comfortable with that. Then we finish the rest of that journey and go. Um, so yeah, he's talking about them as if they're earthbound spirits, but I think you're absolutely right. It's in that, yes.
Yeah. They are bringing me so strongly the memory of my grandfather. So this would be the first of four grandparents. This is the first death. My grandfather, we go to the funeral. I'm a young teenager, and we go back to Grandma and Grandpa's house. I saw him walk through the living room and down the hallway.
Mhm.
As solid as if he were here,
Mhm.
and nobody would hear it. I wasn't even allowed to finish speaking what I saw.
Please don't do that to your children, please, or to anyone that says they see. Just, even if you don't believe it, just support that,
Yes,
especially.
I had, up to that point, I had fear of death. That really was traumatizing
Sure.
because oh, it increased my fear of death.
Yeah, sure.
I had already, as a younger child, had to shut down um, any psychic abilities,
Yes.
experiences, paranormal experiences that I'd had. I already had to shut that down. And this was another opportunity for me to step into a bigger spiritual life. And the way that it was just shut down, uh,
It's
it,
traumatizing.
I was physically ill for 2 days.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That, please don't, just listen to your children. Just listen to them. And they are far more open than the rest of us. Far
Yeah.
more. As you get older, you start shutting things down, and that's, but as children, we're so open, we're all full of love and kindness and playfulness, and we see and hear and know things that
Yeah. And
once
I
we're in
can't,
life more, that has to go the more we're in life. It has to, for us to have this human life. Yeah.
I have often wondered, had I been open enough myself to accept what I saw,
Great.
could I have had communication with him?
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Yep. And that's as far as I let myself go. I can't,
No. What also is coming now is I had when I used to work with more healed spirits, those are the ones that I would communicate with more before spirit said, no, you're you're with the Earthies. There was a woman who said that her family had cremated her shortly after her death. She said that was like traumatizing to her. It was traumatizing to her. She didn't get to spend that time with her physical body long enough, and it was confusing to her. So
Oh.
I've always taken that and said, okay, if you're going to be, which I want to be cremated, but if you're going to be cremated, wait at least a full week before you cremate the body. So their soul has time to really grasp what's going on and understand. So
Interesting.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Woo! So now if this person were actually talking, let's say it's an earthie, right? That's always nice what he said. However, it doesn't always mean it's going to work. And most of the time it doesn't. We've had many, because what that does is that creates that trauma bond, that attachment, or it can.
Yeah, sure.
So it does take more than that. And it's not that he really simplified that.
Extremely simplified.
There's so much more to it than that. But
Yeah.
anyway, now that you put a different perspective on what he was saying, he was kind of right and kind of wrong in the same cup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Um, for me, he was too big picture,
Yes.
too general, too broad spectrum.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
That was interesting.
yeah, very interesting. And if any of you are wondering, um, I'm Pam. This is Mari-Lyn.
Hello.
I jumped in there and said it before you did.
Good. It's all
We are
good.
all dimensions energy healers. So we heal on every dimension. It's a gift that that spirit has given us. We have teams. We always follow their lead. This is not about us in the least.
Nope. We
Our
do
work
not
is-
have the power.
Nope, nope. So we are all dimensions energy healers. We are teachers. We are guides. You name it. It's a spiritual thing. We've been doing this for a long time. And this is what we do. This is what we do. And
Yeah.
if you have paranormal activity going on in your home, we really would like you to reach out to us for help.
We would. We have many options. So, for how that looks,
Yes.
how to get that cleared and get the earthbound spirits crossed over.
We don't charge to clear your home, by the way.
We do not.
We don't
We
charge.
do charge for other services,
Yes,
but not for clearing homes.
we don't.
No.
Well, we hope you liked this video today. This was something.
Yeah, let us know.
We know you all wanted the ghost POV. We're not bringing that back, but this we're gonna do once in a while. When someone comes across I don't want everyone sending video in. But when our students or some come across some things like this was perfect.
This was absolutely
so good.
perfect.
Yes.
It was like, oh my gosh, that's the first one we do. No question, hands down.
Please let us know if you want us to react to more TikTok videos.
Yeah.
Just let us know. And I think we will, maybe like once a month or so. I don't want to say that for sure because you never know. But just sort of mix things up. We want to start really mixing things up a little bit.
Yep.
We'll always bring to you the clearing videos. Always. Q&As and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So
more information in more ways.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And thank you. Please like and share with your friends. We really appreciate all of you.
Yep. And you can find us at tcseverydaypsychics.com.
Yes. And we have another channel, the Conscious Spirit Podcast. It's more recovery, healing. There are fabulous meditations over there.
Oh, Fred's meds are whoof.
Yes, they're weekly. You do them weekly. If any of you who are wanting to recover from whatever you're recovering from, doesn't matter what recovery, you want to heal, you want to move on, do the weekly Fred's meds. And start at the beginning. If you haven't started, start at the beginning. I've numbered them all. So yeah, and they're wonderful. Once a week. You can even do them twice a week if you need to. You can revisit some.
I'm going to tell you, you can do it every day if you need to.
Yeah, it's you want to jumpstart, you want to kickstart your healing. That's how you do it.
And you can do the same one every day.
Yeah.
And most likely, each time you do it, you're going to get something different. And if it's not different, it's going to be deeper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.